we're moving. What? What? What words are coming out of my mouth? I don't know, guys. We're freaking moving. It's so sad. You may be thinking, Allie, you just almost finished your house that you've been building for 4 years. Yeah. What? What are we doing? We're moving. I literally don't even know if I can talk about it because it is so sad. But I have to talk about it because it's happening kind of soon. So, here is the story. I can't figure out where I want to film this because my house is a wreck. Okay, here we go. So basically, there's been a chain of events that has occurred, and my parents are selling their house that I grew up in. They've lived there for 20 years, and they're selling their house. So sad and devastating. And you see this house was basically, you know, built by my parents. We helped, but like, they taught us how to build this house. If you think this house is kind of cool, I think our house is kind of cool, you know? Well, then my parents' house, like, it's so cool. It's way cooler than our house, and it's actually, you know, finished. Dylan and I went home to help my parents empty the house. I've never wanted to move back home, mostly because never thought we'd move home. We went home to move out my parents. So basically, obviously, we knew this was happening, and the plan was for my parents to come here and build a pole barn towards the end of our driveway, run electricity to it, build a little pole barn to move all of their tools, all of their woodworking, pottery, build a little house where they could stay in the summer, basically, and come visit whenever they want. It's just like so many details. I'm not really gonna get into so many details, but that was the plan. And we were excited about it. And then I went home. I walked through their shop that we were gonna move, and I was like, we cannot move this. Like, everything is literally in its perfect spot. There's air ducts and that suck up all the sawdust when every tool is used. My mom has her whole pottery shop perfectly laid out. She has a shipping station and a pottery station, and like, everything is perfectly in its place. They've built it from scratch with their bare hands. Every piece, every cabinet they've built themselves. And it's perfect. It's literally perfect. It's perfect for them. And it's also perfect for me. I love doing pottery. I miss doing pottery. I've always wanted to open my small business and do my thing. So I'm walking through the shop like, okay, we would have to get rid of so much, and also how the beep are we going to move this? Next day, Dylan wakes up and goes and runs with one of his best friends. They go on like a 10-mile run together by the water. Dylan texts me, should we move home? Question mark? The night before, all the cousins come over, and we have so many cousins. Dylan has brothers, and I have siblings, and we never get to see them because we live 6 hours away, and we don't even know them, and everyone's growing up so quickly, and it's so fun all playing together, and Roan's having a blast, and there's so many babies, and it's so fun. It's something like we have obviously talked about. My parents built this house thinking like it would stay in the family. My brother and I would want it. It's a beautiful home. It's a beautiful property. So much work has gone into it, and love. If you've been there, then you know. Like, anyone who's been there, if they found out my parents were selling the house, it's like, what? They're doing what? What? Whoey whatty? Allie, you are literally dumb to not take over this house, okay? So anyways, Dylan texts me, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, we would be stupid to not buy their home. And it is so sad because I am not ready to leave here. I could imagine ourselves moving in maybe 3 or 4 years, because guess what? This shit's hard. This is hard work living like this. It is so hard, and you do not know it until you're in it, but it is a very hard way to live, period. The children have awoken. Okay, the kids woke up. It is the next day. At the next nap time, I'm wearing the same clothes. This is one of the main reasons where I feel like moving home would be a good idea. We would live such different lives if we had some help. And so that is one of the main reasons we want to move home. It does take a village to raise a child. It takes more than 2 people to raise 2 children. Like, we're just in survival mode constantly, especially living like this. Could we do it? Have we been doing it? Yes. Do we have a great life? Absolutely. But we could do so much more if we had help. So like me filming YouTube videos, I can't do it with 2 kids. I can't do it with 2 kids. I cannot. It doesn't happen, as you can see from my channel. I remember when I announced that I was pregnant again, on that video someone commented, "We'll see ya." It was something like, "Oh, you're done." And they're absolutely right. It's hard having kids with no help. It's hard having kids in general, but when you have no help, it's like nearly impossible. So moving would give us the ability to have help, for me to start back up Craft Creek Creations, for me to do pottery and start the businesses that I want to start to make money. And so it just opens up a lot more opportunity for us to do the things that we enjoy. Literally when we decided just in one day. It was not like a thought out decision that we took the time to come to. It was like in our heart, in our soul, knowing that if my parents sell their house, it's gone forever. Like, we'll never be able to get it back. And if in 5 years we want to move home, like, we'd have to go buy a house and start from scratch. And just the love and sanctuary basically that my parents' house is, it was too hard to give that up. It's like, it'll never be recreated. It's kind of a no-brainer, but we don't want to accept it because we love our house. We love living here. I don't want to move. I don't want to move yet. And so it's heartbreaking. Like, I just cried forever. Like, I was like, I just need to sob because I am going to mourn this life, this house, all of the work that we put into this, all of the work that everyone else put into this, all of our family and friends who have built this for us, with us, and like to say goodbye to it so soon is just completely shattering. Like, it's so heartbreaking. I made every decision in this house to make it my own and what I wanted, and now I'm just gonna leave it, and it sucks. It can be 2 things. It is absolutely heartbreaking, and it is still the right decision that we are making. Like, there's nothing in me where I'm like, is this the right decision? I know it's the right decision. There's so many good things to come from it, but it is just breaks my heart into a million pieces. There's like so much to this. I can make 10 videos out of this one subject. Like, I think I'm gonna make a whole nother video on what are we doing with the cabin. That'll be a separate video. Another whole video on like, why is it so hard? What is off-grid life really like with children, or really like in general? But basically the fact is that we're freaking moving, and we're moving soon. If you have been watching my recent videos, you know, like, I've been struggling so hard having 2 young babies and living like this. Like, the other night, we ran out of power at 3 a.m. Dylan's out of town. I have to wake up at 3 a.m., go try to start the generator. Generator won't start, needs an oil change. We're out of gas, we have no power. It's a gazillion degrees in our room. We have no AC, so I just have to wait till morning with no power. Our fridge is off, our freezer is off. I'm literally up at 3 a.m. with Murphy outside trying to start the generator. There's so many tiny things that make life overall a lot harder. We just like idolize this image of what off-grid living is and homesteading and all those things. But what it really comes down to is that like it's hard work. It's just harder work. Your life is going to be harder. Period. point blank, and you can watch it through a screen and think, oh, I could do that, I can do that, I could do that, I would love to do that, I would love to hang my laundry on the line, I would love to see a picture of laundry hanging on a line. That is beautiful. Would you like to take an extra 20 minutes, 25 minutes to go hang your laundry on the line, to get it off the line, and it be hard as freaking cardboard, and then have to put it away, and it's not soft? When you go to wear it, it feels like soap, you know? Soap's still in there, it's still hard. It needs the air fluff in the dryer, but you don't have enough power to run the dryer. So you got hard clothes. And you know what you got a lot of? Is dirty clothes, because you don't have any power and you don't have any water. Okay, I'm done. That will be a whole separate video of like the reality. What is the reality of off-grid living? Have I hated our life here for the past 4 years? Absolutely not. Look at this. This is my life, you know, like I love this house. I love this life. I love this land. I love raising my kids here, but it's hard. The reason that this decision is so easy for us is because my mom and dad's house is beautiful. It has everything that we have here, but already done. So we can go do all the things that we want to do there, and we can do it with family and friends, and like join in and have our community, have our friends that we've had for a lifetime, and our family in which we love. Like, we're so lucky to have friends and family that we genuinely enjoy being around, so we can go, you know, share our life with them and have fun together. But it definitely absolutely doesn't feel real, and it hasn't sunk in at all, and it is going to be so sad when we drive out of here. So yeah, we're moving. As for YouTube and this channel and my whole online presence, obviously it's centered around off-grid living, but I actually had a YouTube channel like when I was in college, before we even did this, and I continue to keep having a YouTube channel and actually being able to post more, because I will have the help and the resources to make my life easier, hopefully. So it's not like I'm going anywhere. It's just going to be a lot more content of a lot of different things. My pottery videos are my most popular videos on YouTube, and I cannot wait to get back to doing pottery. So you'll be seeing more of that, cooking, cleaning. And another thing is I'm moving into my parents' house, which is like odd, obviously, because you have seen what your parents have, everything in their house is theirs, and they have created because that's what they love. But now we're moving in, and so it'll be interesting how we try to make the house our own. But I'm sure as we move and just get adjusted, things will fall into place. But there's obviously lots of things that I'm excited to do to the house to make it our own, so I will be bringing you along for all of that also. It's just going to be a whole new journey, but it is something that I'm very excited about, and also incredibly sad about. It just is what it is. That is life, the good and the bad, the yin and the yang, and we are just going to take it one step at a time. And yeah, so I will be making other videos about like, okay, what are you going to do with the cabin then? Because I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't know. You guys got any ideas? We'll get into that. And let me know what other questions you have down below, because I'm probably just going to do a whole Q&A. So if you have questions and you don't follow me on Instagram, you can either follow me on Instagram or leave your questions down below, and I will probably do a Q&A also. Because this is a lot. I tell people and they're like, wait, what? That's also how I feel. So, not alone. I guess that's it for this video. There's going to be so much more to come, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I can't believe this is happening. Alright, be sure to subscribe so that you can stay up to date on all the things that are going on in this crazy life of ours, and we will see you next time. Will we be here? I don't know.